Clarifying your vision. For me personally, it took a long time for me to understand what my personal vision and mission is for my life. And the reason for that is because I grew up as a child refugee of war, came with my parents in 1979. We escaped Laos, which was a war-torn country, and we literally had nothing but the clothes on our backs as we crossed the Mekong River, not knowing if we were actually going to make it to the other side of the river, and absolutely not knowing what was on the other side of the river. So it was frightening. And I was only 4 years old at the time, so I don't have much of a memory, but I do know this. I know that my parents were frightened to death, but they had to actually trust that we were going to make it, because the alternative, there was no alternative. So I believe that my vision and my mission for life was planted inside of me when I was 4 years old, inside that boat. And even though I wasn't fully aware, I'm sure my subconscious, my psyche, all parts of me knew what was happening. So, vision is such a critical piece for us. Without vision, we really can't align our mission. We don't know what we want, so how are we going to get it? And not many of us, including myself for many years, took the time to ask myself tough questions because we were so busy. As you see in this picture, we survived a war, we lived through the refugee camp, and we were so blessed that a church in Maryland sponsored my family. And I can't express my gratitude enough. The entire family together. And that was almost impossible at that time. Okay? Parents had to give up their children because they wanted their children to have a chance. So some of us, the Lao diaspora all over the world, still don't know if our siblings or parents or whoever is alive, where they are. So I know that I'm blessed, and I'm grateful every day. But that is my family. That is my mom and my dad. Those are my siblings. And that was in the refugee camp. That is me with an identification card so that they can keep track of us. Because there were basically millions of us, not just in Laos, but in Cambodia and in Vietnam and all parts of Southeast Asia. And then we came here to the U.S., and we absolutely had nothing. We had nothing but the clothes on our backs. We had just a few photos that my grandmother had wrapped and protected and preserved, and just a little bit of money. But because the refugee camp was such in dire straits of food, of water, all the money we had to barter and give and buy things just to survive. So we literally came with nothing.